Testing, testing. Hopefully the audio should be okay. For anyone who happened to be tuning in, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This stream is going to be pretty short because yesterday was like about an hour long. I do want to get back to making more of these like longer streams, like more longer than an hour and such. But yeah, this stream is going to be a bit shorter just because I'm going to be heading to bed soon. So I'll try to record streams more earlier in the next few days. But yeah, thank you for anyone who happened to be tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And also with yesterday's stream, it actually did pretty solid like compared to my other one. So I just want to say I really appreciate it. Again, I don't really. At the end of the day, I'm still doing this just like to have fun with it because it's just been so long. So I'm really just glad that I'm actually just doing this on a regular basis now after like just not doing it for like 2 years or so. So it feels really good even just to be able to chill and just kind of record stuff like this. So yeah, if you happen to be tuning in, thank you very much. I'm just going to cover your usual topics. I actually want to see what's there. There's some subs that I do want to cover. Also, there was a new episode of Arifureta, which I really enjoyed, and I'll probably talk about some other stuff as well. Let me open this just to get it ready. There we go. Okay. So let me see. If there's anything for anyone having to be stopping by, if there's anything you want me to cover, feel free to post it in the chat. But yeah, I do want to actually start by covering today's episode 4 of Arifureta Reunion. And I thought it was a pretty good episode because it was a bit more laid back after like basically they tried to escape alive after being ambushed. And kind of the main thing is we actually see like a reunion with the Ken and her mother, which I thought was really cute because we haven't really seen much of that up until this point. So I thought it was really like wholesome in there. And we'll talk about some of the comments here too. Like I said, I usually watch here on Anime Take. They're a really great site. The community here is so awesome. Everyone here is amazing. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. But yeah, I actually finished watching the episode, and overall I really enjoyed it. I know some people have been a bit more mixed when it comes to season 2 so far, at least. But I'm really enjoying it. I really like the anime so far. Like even if it's kind of like this more like I don't know if it's like fully like an isekai. Let me actually check. Because there are these fantasy anime where like they'll have like the main protagonist just be super powerful and such. But I don't know if this specifically is a isekai. Let me actually check just right now. It has been a while. Okay, yeah, so it does qualify as an isekai. Alright, yeah. But yeah, the episode itself was pretty great. And also I mentioned there's some other anime recently. There was if I can open it here, Platinum Men. Again, I'm really liking Platinum Men so far. As I mentioned before, I believe it's from the same guy who made a Death Note. So definitely recommend checking that out. We have Konoma's Lady Life and The Ranking of Kings, of course, really, really good. Highly recommend. I love this anime so much. Really recommend it if you haven't checked it out already. And actually, there's some other anime there too, which I'll probably cover later on this week. But there's also some anime here that we'll be looking forward to over the next few days. There's a case study of Vanitas, which has actually been pretty solid for the most part, because I also saw some clips on Twitter as well. Slow Loop, as I mentioned before, kind of your slice of life. Wholesome anime. Same with Skill Teaser Takagi-san. That one's always fun. Takagi-san is always a fun anime, just because there's just so many cute moments that you can enjoy throughout the anime. But yeah, if there's any particular show or something like that you want me to cover, again, let me know in the comments. World's End Harem, of course, as I recently covered in yesterday's stream, it was a really good most recent episode because we actually got to see the introduction of the kind of secondary character, which can kind of serve a bit of as an antagonist. That was pretty interesting. So yeah. Kind of going back to Arifureta, as I mentioned, kind of the main focus of this episode was basically that they escaped their initial ambush and basically trying to recover. They were saved at the last minute. And ultimately, one of the more highlights of this episode, like I said, we kind of get to see the kid and her mother basically reuniting after some time. And I thought that was just a really cute moment. Again, the voice acting in this anime is pretty solid. And compared to the first season, the animation is actually is pretty solid. At least much better than season 1, especially when it comes to stuff like CGI and stuff. Like, oh my goodness, season 1 was. I think it's fair to say that it was pretty rough to say the least. So I'm just glad that it's done like better than it, But I digress. Just to continue on, let's see if we can talk some comments. We have Plant. Oh gosh, I can't say that. That's like for VTubers to say. If I say Ara, just like it'll just sound cringe. Miyu is so cute. Yeah, well, this falls short. And again, this kind of felt a bit of a short episode. But overall, I'm really enjoying the season for the most part. New wife required. There actually is a bit of a funny moment in this episode where basically the mother kind of because the father's like no longer there. The fact that he's taking care of her kid now. I guess she's kind of more open to having him as a father figure for her. And I guess that was like kind of a, I guess you could say kind of a cute moment for this anime. That's kind of what you expect with these kind of isekai anime, where like the guy is just the main protagonist just expanding his harem, like it just does not end. It just does not end. Oh my goodness. How did the dragon lady, find them? So actually, we actually do see that how basically at the end of the last episode, basically she escaped, heading back to the kingdom and kind of bringing everyone along so they can reunite. At this point in the episode, all I can say that I love it. Yeah, pretty good episode. Flip like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I'll give you some of my time and Teal. Teal's great. I really like her character. She's really great. And her voice actress, oh my goodness, her voice actress does such a phenomenal job. Especially in this episode. I'm guessing we're gonna see more of her, like, or more focus on her. Because as we saw, like we got a bit of a flashback to her father, and her wanting to get stronger. Not even just getting stronger, because we actually do see her getting stronger, but also just like acting in a way like that she's able to help, like the protagonist, and just like make sure that he doesn't get hurt, because we actually see that where she was kind of shocked that at least she felt like she let that happen, because she's a dragon, she's very strong compared to him, who's still very much a human. He's still gotten stronger because of those powers, from just getting like strong of the most part. But at the end of the day, he's still human, at least to an extent. His powers have changed over time. But I digress. I do think that's an interesting approach for his character. Yeah, sorry for her character. Sorry for the stuttering there. But yeah, I'm really curious to see where it goes from there. The sensei is half book. And so much happened in this episode. Nice profile pic. I love Food Wars. Food Wars is great. I know some people didn't really like the final season of Food Wars, or I guess you could say even the final arc, like with the manga and stuff. Personally, I really liked it. I actually enjoyed the anime. I remember watching it when I was like, or at least first, I saw a few clips of it like over time, but I really got into it like when I was still in college, and I like watched it for the first time, and I just loved it. The animation was great. The voice acting is so good, and like the fact that like the guy did so much research, the author did pretty much so much research for the food, to actually make it work. I think it's amazing. It's a really great anime. Highly recommend Food Wars. I've watched it all and I love it all. Also, the openings are really good. The openings are really good. Opening and sounds really. I believe I mentioned before Girls Frontline after watching it with like Review Starlight. Review Starlight. Why am I streaming so much? Why am I streaming so much? Yeah, Review Starlight. Also Q again. So yeah, I do want to cover those as well. That'll be it for now. Again, this is gonna be a short stream. Let me see what else we got. Let me check Twitter just to see what's going on. Billy? Billy. Who's Billy? This fan sees water after seeing his faint after... Wait, what? What? Oh, okay. Billy Eilish. Right. I think it's maybe just her trending, I guess? I'm not sure. Michael Flynn. Your typical chunk. We've already talked enough about that yesterday, especially. Glock. I'm guessing that's to do with it then, maybe. Why artists from all around the world are dropping ethereal sculptures onto the ocean floor? Art do be art. I mean, who am I kidding now? I'm not that good at art. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to draw more, and I'm happy I've been drawing more because I haven't like done much drawing at all. Like I said, it was only after like Nami and her streams that I started like drawing again, and it feels really good. So I mean, at least for what it's worth, I'm glad I'm like drawing again for the most part. Ghostwire Tokyo. What? Ghostwire Tokyo's new PS5 gameplay reveals spooky spellcasting tour. Why can't I talk? Tour of terror through modern Japan. That could be cool. We have Kinsingir here and Vosh. I was gonna cover it, but actually like Vosh is like he's streaming right now. So I'm gonna wait until like I'll check in if it's still like a topic tomorrow, then I'll probably bring it up then. But since Vosh is streaming right now, I'll wait until like he finishes basically. Then we have Zuckerberg here with the Zuckerberg Metaverse gets quiet rolled out. Oh my gosh, I saw like a bit. I don't know if I can bring it up, but those are really good bit where like basically reveal where like they just drop like $1 billion like that, but then eventually just like they drop the stock. Let me see if I can pull it up. I'll see if I can find it. Just give me a minute. Sorry, man. Isn't exactly. This is kind of slow. To be completely honest. I should be able to pull it up. Prime. Oh yeah. I also heard Amazon Prime. I believe it's that basically like they increased the prices. I mean, meanwhile, like Jeff Bezos, still gonna be like a billionaire. Like, I think we can all agree that's pretty messed up. I mean, but yeah, I mean, it's not that surprising. He's gonna keep raising prices, but meanwhile, like, he's still gonna be billionaire. You know, thank you, capitalism, very cool, all that stuff. Meanwhile, here was Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg. Why am I talking about this? Zuckerberg. Sorry for the stutters. Zuckerberg loses 29 billion in a day. So this is what I was referencing as metaverse. I guess I'm referring to. Shares crash. Cody Johnson. He's pretty good. I follow him on Twitter. He's pretty great. Does a lot of really good kind of news stuff. Kind of like Internet Today, but more like a focus on the specific topic. Definitely recommend it, like his YouTube and his whole Twitter stuff. Reading here says, filmed an episode of Some More News, which is kind of what I was trying to yesterday, about Facebook. The metaverse is an aesthetically unpleasant, bad product that nobody wants because it sucks. Sorry in advance that we won't heavily feature this extremely funny turn of events. I mean, it is pretty hilarious. Like, they were like, oh my gosh, they want to push that so much, especially for like workplaces and such. Like, you even saw in some of the previews and such. Like, they really want to make it so it's basically you like being at the workplace, but like in this like with the metaverse. But again, it's dumb. It's dumb. I think we can all agree that it's just dumb. And but they were so desperate to want to push this. But meanwhile, as we see here, Zuckerberg losing nearly 30 billion in a day, as the shares pretty much crash. What's this? Oh my god, I don't know. Oh wait. The thing is, I don't know if I can show this because you guys don't know how copyright can be something not that good on YouTube. This doesn't want you to have. Okay, I'll let me see if I can link this. Copy link. I'll post it here because it might be kind of funny. Where is I'll post it on here in the chat for anyone who seems to be interested in. Maybe they want to check it out. It looks like a funny video, so I'll just leave that there. Let's see. How long do they keep creating a metaverse and doing all of this digital realm stuff? When people in the physical world need food, housing, and healthcare. Thank you, capitalism, very cool. Like, they'd rather do this than just just help people, especially with like COVID and such. Oh, okay. So yeah, this is the tweet that I found earlier. Just gonna bookmark this because I almost forgot about this. So I'm glad I found it again. Sorry, this is so funny. Look, they sent $10 billion on fire creating the metaverse. Everyone's like, dang, that sure sounds like it sucks. And they just tanked the entire stock. So let me actually read this a little bit here. Employees were glued to the stock price. Facebook lost a record 250. Is that real? I thought it said 25. Is it 251? Really? Like if the Spruce Goose was a fresh Unity game. Let's see. Let me go back to this. Facebook lost a record 251. Is that real? Really, 251? Oh my gosh. $1 billion of value in a single day. Some were discussing buying shares during the dip, believing Zuckerberg's long-term vision for the metaverse, an immersive version of the internet. Others fretted, dude, just use VR chat. It's literally just VR chat, and VR chat is better because it's fun. Like, we even say, oh my gosh, I'm so happy that production like Kwai, Nina did her VR chat stream, and also like for her birthday stuff, which was like really nice. Reina's been doing it as well. Like I'm glad they're finally doing VR streams because we didn't see that much lately. I know Hololive did it for a bit recently, and then Niji Sanji did it as well. And now we finally have Production Quiet. So I'm really glad that they're doing VR because VR can be fun. I mean, it's not like and then you can also have like some viewer stuff. I mean, it's not like I can really join because again I have like I have a MacBook right now. Like, oh my goodness, again this quality is so scuffed. But yeah, I think it's great because you can also like just interact with the viewers and such. I think it's a pretty nice approach. And also like with I think it was like Nina. She did like a whole collab with like 14 other VTubers. It was insane. It was so much fun to watch. Like Inori from Cyberlife, I believe, was there. There was Yura as well. Reina, she, and Lua appeared there. It was a fun stream to watch because I personally I love collabs. I love when VTubers do collabs. With other from different groups, or just other streamers in general. I think it's really great. So the fact that it was like more than 10 VTubers over called. It was amazing. Like and like serious major props to Nina. Like again, her birthday was recent. Major props to her. Like she did an amazing job in that, in my opinion. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Basically, yeah. So the basic VR chat. VR chat is more better than this. I mean, come on. VR chat at least is fun. This was trying too hard, and I mean, yeah, just kind of. Why can't I whistle? That's better. That was my attempt at the falling down whistle. Others fretted about what a continued decline might mean for the network. According to people familiar with the matter, Zuckerberg's own wealth dropped by 31 billion. Again, I can't whistle thing. Um, but yeah, it's fine. I mean, what do you expect? What do you expect? Ooh, Robert Evans. Robert Evans, I believe at CEO Vice. Yeah. He's great too. I follow him on Twitter too. Psyched to see this current strain of metaverse nonsense go the way of the 3D. Oh God, I remember that. I remember that. Oh, what does this say? Zuckerberg appeared red-eyed and wore glasses, the person said. He said he might tear up because they'd scratch his eye, not because of the topic up for discussion. Tell us to focus on. Oh, that's kind of sad, man. I almost feel sorry for him, almost. But then I remember he's a billionaire who literally lets like right-wing just trash, just flood Facebook. Like literally, some of this tough, some of the tough, some of the top stuff on Facebook is literally just boomer stuff, like the Daily Wire, which is just Ben Shapiro propped up by the was it the Wilkes Bros billionaires? Like it's just your typical right wing conservative stuff, just literally spreading COVID misinformation, etc. Like he just lets that happen because again, just money. That's all he really cares about. I mean, I almost feel sorry for him. I almost do. But dude, he lets COVID misinformation just spread all over Facebook. Like I think we can agree that's like probably not a good thing. I think that's fair. But yeah, I mean, like dude just wanted to make a profit. Oh my goodness. He should have done what was it like the MySpace guy? Like he sold out earlier, and then he used the money just to like travel out. Which I mean, even in his case, you can't exactly do that much because of COVID. He doesn't have that. He can't do that much because of COVID restrictions. But even then, at least he's doing his own thing now. Meanwhile, Zuckerberg is like trying to stick with this, and again, like as just here, he just lost like 30 billion. Like, how do you do that? That's insane. Like some people are living just paycheck to paycheck. Why can't I talk to him, man? People are living like paycheck to paycheck, and then like you have like this guy's just a billionaire letting like COVID misinformation. Why can't I talk? COVID misinformation spread all over Facebook, and now like he just lost like 30 billion. Like it's hilarious. But yeah, that's what happens. Let's see. Also, what's this? Beyond metaverse stuff, Facebook is losing 10 billion this year from a single iPhone update. I don't know too much about that. Anything else that I want to bring up here? Oh gosh, oh no. I'm reading the metaverse side of Twitter. I'm reaching the metaverse side of Twitter. I don't know if I should stay here too long. Oh yeah. I actually don't mind. Seeing this. Nintendo has interest in NFTs and the metaverse. So I kind of saw this, but basically with Nintendo, they kind of said like they only wanted to do it, but they're not focused on this. It was only the answer was mainly focused on metaverse, not NFTs. I believe they mentioned like in the interview that they basically would be interested in as long as it's more fun and approachable. Which I mean, as we see here, it's not really the case. I really don't think the metaverse is going to go anywhere from here, especially after this huge drop in its stuff. I don't even know what that is. I am going to stay away from that. That looked like Barbie or something. So yeah, I mean, I don't think we're gonna see much of Nintendo regarding this. Anything else I want to see? Let me check. Cover that. Oh yeah. With Prime raising its annual fee for its Prime subscription service in the U.S. by $20 to $139. I mean, I'm like living in Chicago. Like I've never really used Amazon, to be honest. If anything, I usually just use eBay. I don't really like do shopping online for the most part. But even then, like the fact that they're raising the price, like my goodness. I mean, dude, like again, I already said this. They're gonna keep raising prices, or at least they're raising prices here, as they kind of mentioned here, or hint at here. Meanwhile, Jeff Bezos is still gonna be a billionaire. Like I'll say again, thank you, capitalism, very cool. Like I don't know what else you expect. Nathan Chen takes the ice. Oh, good for him. Best version, the best. Milo. This is sports. Why are there so much sports? If you watch sports, good for you. I wish you the best. I don't really watch sports. I don't really watch sports, to be honest. I'll be completely honest. Here's what we know about BA2, the Omicron subvariant. I didn't really check this article much, so maybe I'll cover it tomorrow or later this weekend. But since I haven't read it yet, I'll save it for another day. Anything in the news here? Let's see. Misinformation. Sarah Palin's what? Palin. Man, she's just trying to stay relevant, isn't she? Palin's defamation trial against the New York Times begins after postponement from COVID. I mean, I don't know. Like the New York Times isn't exactly like the best. Like they just, I mentioned yesterday, they're trying to buy Wordle. Like why? Why ruin such a good thing? It's a free game, and they're gonna make it so you have to pay to play it. Like it sucks, you know. Like why not focus on like improving like journalism and such, rather than like trying to buy like a game, a free to play game for that matter, and having people pay for it. You know. Again, that's just my opinion at least. I'm just like at least I do want to give my take on some of this stuff, you know, as I've said. But if you guys think any differently, you know, let me know in the comments and such. Sarah Palin, I mean, she's your typical right winger. I mean, she supported Trump. Not much else really needs to be said. She's just trying to get attention, at least from what you can see. Beijing winner of the Olympics are coming soon, I guess. Oh yeah, I remember Biden. He said something about McConnell, like calling him his friend. Like, dude, like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, how do you expect to do in the midterms if you're gonna call McConnell one of the most obstructionist politicians, like your friend? Like, he even like blocks your own policy agenda. Like, that is just that's that's like if you're a bottom. That's like Biden being a bottom, basically. Like he's into that stuff. He's into being like someone like just denying him his agenda. Like maybe that's just something he likes. Which again, I mean, fine with that. But again, you have power. You like can help like so many different people. But at the end of the day, if you're just gonna like call one of the most obstructionist politicians ever like your friend, like you're not exactly helping your case when it comes to the midterms and like convincing people to vote for you. Like again, I would hope he uses his power to improve like with policies to help people. Queendom? Isn't Queendom? I thought Queendom was from Love Life. I thought Queendom was it Lanzu's? I believe her name is in Love Life. The name of the song. Like why is K-pop trending? Oh, I don't know if K-pop copyright is a thing, so I'll try to stay away from that. Oh yes, 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 and I think this will be where we finish off with Spotify with the whole Joe Rogan thing. Again, it's pretty hilarious. Joe Rogan even an attempt, just a bad attempt at an apology. Like the fact that he's like that desperate enough. Meanwhile, Spotify is like I think like they lost their stocks dropped or something like that, as I covered recently. At least that's one of the articles said. Spotify CEO defends Joe Rogan deal intense company town hall. Ooh, this should be that. I'm sure that would be interesting. I mean, again, the fact that if he's gonna keep trying to double down on this, um, like it's not gonna work out well. It's not like Trump where like people like expect that from him. Like the whole bit about Spotify, like it's supposed to have a better image. So like the fact that he's trying to double down on this is just gonna make the story go on longer, and it's not gonna help his case. If anything, it's gonna make it worse. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's see. I mean, that's telling. Daily Mail's. I mean, do Daily Mail again? Your typical right articles, claiming vital to the business. That's pretty. That's kind of sad when you consider they paid Joe Rogan $100 million, and like they'll pay artists like the actual artists, like just so little by comparison. And then you have your typical right wingers like posting like as if it has to do with like the freedom of speech or whatever. Like it's a private company. At the end of the day, they don't have to platform them. They're doing it because there's money. But yeah, I mean you're paying $100 million for like the former host of Fear Factor. Like dude, you could get so much better talent for that. What else? Oh yeah, net worth has dropped by $1 billion so far. I mean, oof. What man? Billionaires are just not having a good time. Huh? I mean, again, they're rich, but they don't. It's not even that because they care about the rich. But as you see, like in art, especially with like Elon Musk, like they care about their image too. And so when stuff like this happens, this just doesn't help their image. If anything, it just makes it worse. So that's your silver lining, I guess you could say. But yeah, I think that'll be it for now. For anyone who happened to be tuning in, thank you so much. The stream went out was a bit short. But again, I'm going to be heading to bed because I'm feeling a little bit tired. But I am glad, again, that I just was able to stream today. Really happy about that. And I want to keep streaming because I'm glad I'm kind of back into it again. It just feels really good. And oh yeah, apparently, like I guess someone in one of the streams knows that I make vids or streams again because they said that they like my voice. I think that's. I don't know that they would want me to mention their name, so I won't. But I just want to say, thanks. I get if you do watch them, thank you. I really appreciate it. I genuinely do appreciate it. Sorry for the bad quality. Sorry for like the scuff stream. But if you happen to watch them, again, thank you. I really appreciate it, and I wish you the best. I wish you the absolute best. So I think I'll leave it at that. Again. again, I'm glad I'm just doing this, even if it's just for fun. I'm glad I'm back into it. It feels really good. And I'll say it again. I'll say it as many times as I have to. Thank you, Nami, for inspiring me to get back into it. Feels really good, and I'm forever thankful. So I think I'll leave it at that. Got to cover some news, some stuff. Maybe I'll finish it with CNN a little bit. Some Russia, Ukraine stuff again. Stealth Omicron again. I might cover that later this weekend. Oh, actually, I don't mind finishing with it. The fact, I think Biden like announced like there was like a raid on an ISIS leader, and they basically they were like taken out. I mean, we kind of saw this in the past. Like I think one of the ISIS leaders fell under Trump, and then of course we had Bin Laden under Obama. So yeah, this actually wasn't that big of a story. I just thought I'd mention it because it kind of popped up at CNN. Oh yeah, here we go. Kind of the Canada trucker protesters. I mean, dude, they were literally Nazis there. Nazis standing alongside them. Like, so yeah, I think that kind of tells like where the crossover is and how kind of sus it is. So yeah, I don't want to get too much into that. Then what's Gates? Melinda Gates reportedly won't give bulk of her wealth to the Gates Foundation. I wonder why. Wonder what she's gonna do. We'll see. And then Meta's. Oh yeah. So this is what I covered. Meta's market value dropped by 240 billion. Oh my gosh! You could help so many people with that money. You could help so many people with that. But I digress. I'll leave it at that. I already brought up that topic. Toxic volcanic lake. Maybe we'll save that for another time. Anyway, thank you for anyone who have been tuning in. Thank you. I really appreciate it. There were actually some really good streams today. Nami had one. Lua had her cover, which was really nice, and then she also had her whole after party stream, which was really good. Nene played I think it was Yu-Gi-Oh, and I've never played or watched Yu-Gi-Oh, but it actually seemed pretty nice, and the music was so good. Oh my gosh, the music was so good. I will say that because I remember the opening of Yu-Gi-Oh when I was watching what was it, 4Kids. The Yu-Gi-Oh, the opening is great. It's really good. She, I think, has her scary story streams right now. I tuned into a little bit for Yuka's Pokemon stream, as it was in pretty good for the most part so far. So yeah, I think we'll leave it at that. Oh yeah, also Sharzu has her, I think it's like a bunny stream, which I might tune in. We'll see before I head to bed. So yeah, I think that'll be it. Thank you to anyone who happened to be tuning in. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Take care. Have a rest of a good day, and peace.